Hello, welcome to our daily work remote strategies. Today's topic is mindfulness, and you may be interested why it's called Mindfulness Part 1. That's because you can never have too much mindfulness. We are certainly going to bring in other experts to talk about mindfulness and meditation. So this is just Mindfulness Part 1. And the reason I'm bringing this topic to you today is because you asked about it. We've actually asked you what topics you want to hear about most, and this comes up again and again and again. Mindfulness. Tell me more about mindfulness. There's too much going on. How can I be more centered, more grounded, more mindful? In today's brief broadcast, we're going to talk about the precursors to mindfulness. And we're going to talk about 3 specific precursors to get us on the road there. And then I will show you a part of a video and open it up to any questions you have, especially for topics you want to hear about more. All right, so here we go. The precursors to mindfulness. So you may already know this or notice this about yourself. It is likely, well, let me ask it like this. When are you most mindful? If you think about your own day and life and work and how you act towards your family, when are you most mindful? When are you most aware, most deliberate about your actions and your words? And I would add, when are you most kind to people, including to your family? I think for many people, sometimes our family gets that short shrift of the stick when we aren't as mindful as we could be. So when are you that way? When are you most mindful, most kind, most aware? So here are 3 precursors to mindfulness that may be fun and may be helpful for you. They are when you are rested, when you are balanced, and when you are present. We're going to touch on each of those from the most statistical and informative way that we can, and then we're going to open it up to one short video. So when you are most rested, I can't say enough about this. I might have the book literally on my bookcase here. It's the When You Sleep book. If you are rested, you know when you get up in the morning and you don't feel that, oh, I wonder when I can take a nap feeling. So when you are most rested, you're prepped for the day. So that's one thing that you can actively, specifically make an effort the night before to address. So when you are well rested, that's a precursor for being more mindful or more open to being more present and more aware. Second is when you are balanced. And this is going to sound really weird because it's so hard to get our lives in balance. But what I mean by that is when you have these questions that we tend to ask of almost everybody that we coach. What do you want to do? We ask people between one coaching session and the next. What do you want to do on your health action, on your sleep, food, exercise, and meditation? So if you are balanced on what you're doing for exercise, on what you're doing for food, on what you're doing for even the amount of work that you do. So then you've got these 2 components. You've got when you're rested and when you're balanced. And then the third that I would introduce to you as a precursor to mindfulness is when you are present. You know what present feels like. For me, present feels like with my kids at the end of the workday, that I'm around them and we could be doing almost nothing, but we're so completely in tune. And there's a magic to it, and there's a little bit that you can't plan, but how can you get to all 3 of those things? Rested, balanced, and being able to be present in that moment. So with all of this, again, as the precursors to mindfulness, I'd like to show you a video, part of a video, to show you that we really can be mindful with almost anything where we are that deliberate and intentional. Now you can go to YouTube and look for mindfulness meditations. You can look for meditation. You can look for things that I love like Qigong or Tai Chi, so different kind moving meditations. So let me show you one and see what you think about a few moments of this. It's not going to look like a meditation for you, but it's a way to be mindful. And let me put up just some of the comments that are coming in right now. For example, Brian says he feels the most mindful when he can focus and without distractions. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because what are you talking about? That you're balanced in that way. You actually can focus on what you want to focus on. So let me show you this. And I'll just preface with what is this? Near the beginning of the coronavirus shelter-in-place time, for some reason I was online, and if you ever want to find this person, his name is Paul Barton, you can look for Man, Piano, Elephants. He plays piano to elephants. They're incredible, but that's not what this is about. He's been making videos with his daughter over the time that she's been growing up, from birth until she's, I think, between 5 and 7 now. And here's just the beginning of that. So I invite us to watch 30 seconds together and see what mindfulness can look like. I'll just skip ahead a couple of moments so that you can see what else happens here. That's what I wanted to share with you today. We'll drop the link into the video as well. Actually, let me drop it even while we're speaking. One moment, let me grab the link. But what I really want to tell you is that we can be mindful in any way, whether we're watching something very formal or something very informal, something with people, without people, with nature sounds, with music sounds. Find your way and see if you can do those things. Be rested, be balanced, be present. We welcome you to join us every day, Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific. All the best.